Viewers and subscribers, welcome back on this platform, BVI Channel 1, where truth is the gospel we preach. And it is this truth that will open the eyes of Nigerians to see beyond their nose the root cause of their problem. Just recently, the Federal House of Representatives at National Assembly trashed a bill preventing public officers, public servants like politicians, from sending their children abroad to school. Now, I want Mekuna take a look at this so that you go see the cause of your problems.
Sergio Sogun has issued a warning to his colleagues over their rejection of a bill that sought to stop wards and children of public servants from traveling abroad to acquire an education. He says,
"You see, they don't have to accept it. That was why they were telling me to step down the bill. I said, no, I won't step it down. They just missed a glorious opportunity to write their names in history. One. And secondly, a glorious opportunity to have a choice in the future. I can tell you what will come next is a bill that will say you are serving in government. You are in public space, so your children will use facility that is public. That is what will happen next. I am not prophesying, but write it down today. You heard it first from me. That is what will happen. We're going to have a revolution in this country. It's not going to be a coup. It's not going to be people shooting their way to power or anything. Nigerians will elect a radical. No antecedent, nothing. A radical, because they say, we have elected people with antecedent. They didn't do anything with it. This one, we don't know where he's coming from, but we like what we are hearing. They will elect the person based on that. And that person will go there and say, write on that popular vote and say, if you are in government, including myself, my children will go to public school. And that will stop all this. So they had the opportunity of still voting for this and subjecting themselves to this scrutiny. They threw it away. Most of us have our children in private schools. This bill is not saying withdraw your children from private schools. The bill is not saying if you have your children schooling overseas, you should withdraw them. Because it's not a decree, it's a law. It's only a decree that you can make today, and then backdate it. A law made by a democratic house doesn't operate like that. And I know they are aware of this. So it's their own lot to worry about. It's not for me. It's not whether I'm optimistic, whether they will subject themselves to that. They just missed a golden opportunity to choose a lesser evil. It will happen. It will happen. That they will be denied the opportunity of sending their children to private schools. It's going to happen. And very soon. So I will be here laughing. And they will remember me for this.
The rejection of the bill saddens Sergio Sogun, who believes public schools have been neglected by the very people who send their children abroad to get good education.
It makes me feel bad that we cannot read the signs. It's there, it's ominous. It's looming very large. That there's danger out there. We are politicians. We go to our constituencies. We see the hunger. We see the anger on the streets. But yet we close our eyes to the fact that it's going to be okay. It's never going to be okay. Something is going to give. And it's not going to give 20 years from today. It's going to give like tomorrow. Until we stand on the side of history to correct those things now. This doomsday is not coming, it's here already. I'm not a prophet of doom. But I can see it and I can feel it. This is not the same country I grew up in. Most of these public schools we are talking about today, we attended those schools. You go back to the schools today. You see male students cooking from every corner of the hostel. In our days, guys didn't used to cook. Even ladies, girls don't cook. The cafeterias are there. Let's those that are living outside the campus. So if you want to eat good food, you go there. They will be, if you have a girlfriend, she will cook for you. That's how what used to happen. But go there today, you know. And then they don't have the basic learning tools in schools. Research institutions don't have things for research. Lecturers are not paid, and we say it's okay. We should take steps to change this. We say it's okay. It's not okay. So I know, and I am shocked and surprised that people can see this, because it's the usual Nigeria thing that, well, it's okay, we're going to get by. No. So we should be making laws right now that can cure the ill or the evil that's been happening in the last 30, 40 years. Not for dragging. We are just taking it as if, oh, well, we will get by. No, it's already late. We don't have the time. Time is of the essence. We need to make laws right now to correct things we didn't do in the past. But unfortunately, we still think we will survive it. But I'm sorry to say that we don't have the time.
Oh, yes, you've seen it. It is a track record. And the standard procedure of every public servant, name one, just a couple of them, that you will say their children are not schooling abroad or graduated abroad. It is not a bad thing, for people to go abroad to school. I did, but I did it at my own expense. My father is not a public servant. Okay? Now, why is it important that this bill is made? It is not a matter of discrimination on public servants like politicians. It is not a matter of their right to take their children abroad like every other person. It is your right. But you can't do that while being a public servant. Why it is very important is what Nigerians need to know. The reason your schools have failed, Nigerian public schools have failed woefully, that only the poor of the poorest, the wretched, has made, are the ones being sent to public schools in Nigeria. Even poor people refuse to send their children to public school in Nigeria, because it is as good as not going to school at all. And the people that are supposed to fix it, the Ministry of Education, the Minister of Education that walked out of Nance, the children schooling abroad. How do you think such people will fix your education? The same thing is applicable to health sector, where your Minister of Health will go abroad to have medical insurance. Beginning with your president, I think he's also on a medical leave abroad. How do you think that your health system will work? Tell me. When they don't feel the heat of insecurity, going about with motorcades of security details, how do you think they will be eager to fight insecurity? Tell me. Are we talking about the economy that have been battered? When all of them have their estates abroad, their bank accounts are so fat abroad, siphoning public wealth. How do you think that your problem will be solved? That is why Nigeria is on a nosedive and it must crash. It's only a matter of time. Now, these lawmakers, whom I prefer to call lawbreakers, have trashed this bill that would prevent them from sending their children abroad to study. Because of obvious reasons, they are not ready to fix your problem, because they are part of your problem. But when Nigerian people understand this, why? The answer is no. The surprising aspect of it is this very House of Rep member, whom I will single out as honorable to sponsor this bill, for sponsoring this bill, will not perhaps return back in the next dispensation. Yes, his reward will be he will not be given party ticket to contest, much more of winning an election again. Because the crop of politicians in Nigeria, they are worse than Boko Haram. They are worse than Yahoo people. They are worse than ritualists. They are even far worse than rapists, which one among them have suggested that rapists, their prick should be cut off. But these politicians have been raping Nigeria and Nigerian people. So now you now see the clarity of your condition. The worst part are those who say they are not interested, yet they are unemployed youth, yet they are graduates without jobs, yet they are people facing insecurity, yet they are students sitting at home because of ASU strike, yet they are parents whom sent their children to school with hard-earned money and their children is being taught nothing. Yet they are still Nigerians passing through this hell we call a country. They are the people that are my greatest concern. Those that said they are not interested. Those that said taking this kind of people out of government office doesn't concern them. Now that one, na him be person where they shoot himself for leg and self-denial. Nigerian people, join good governance ministry in our mission to save Nigerians from Nigeria. The situation of Nigeria do not look at anybody's face. It does not think about your ethnicity or your indigenous affiliation. Whether you are a Biafran, whether you are a Duduwa, whether you are an Arewa. As long as you are in Nigeria, my brother, my sister, we are all in this same mess. Your freedom starts from freeing yourselves from your political class that have oppressed you, that have made your life miserable. Now that place, you go start your freedom. I have spoken. It is left for you. If you like, you share. If you don't like, make you no share. Make you not think say na me una they do. The truth of the matter is that all of us, they receive them hot. I'm begging you, please share this video so that more Nigerians, their eyes go open. Maybe our youth will come out en masse and vote out these old men, recycled, failed political class. Those that their hands are shaking when they are talking. They are the ones that are still trying to become your president. Those that have not added value to your lives, they are the ones that want to go and represent you at the National Assembly. Those that have questionable character are the ones posing to be your governors. And you think that prayer and fasting, going to church from January to December will solve your problem. And you think that sitting on the social media to lament will be the solution to your problem. No, your solution is you coming out en masse. I mean, the young people, especially the youths, come out en masse, vote out these men, punish them. Students, punish them. Unemployed youth, punish these politicians by coming out and vote against them. That is just a message. I'm also trying to repeat as my people, the Igbo people, please come back home. Let us flush these men out. We are identifying men of character that will do the needful, that will represent your aspiration. Join Good Governance Ministry, become our ambassador. Become the voice, the eyes, the legs for good governance. That is your ticket to your freedom. I am only a voice, the voice of the people, the voice of God, and the voice of our ancestors. I've delivered the message. Please help me share it. I'm signing out. God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe. Drop your comment. Let me have your opinion. Bye-bye.